Hello and welcome to Bristol, baby. Site to chase race number 3 of round number 2. And we're going to wait for the first car to go ahead and get on out on track. Kyle Matthews going out there. And it will be Alex Hawkins hitting the track first. What can we say about Alex Hawkins? Well, they missed the race last week at Thornton. Which wasn't too bad because no one fell out turn of death in that race. For Hawkins, they come into this race having to make it in on speed. They are go homer, so we'll have to see how they can do. Jessica Shelton, also another one of the go home cars. We'll see how they can do as Kyle Matthews sets the first lap time. And now Hawkins 16.9 would be the first legit lap time, I think. Looks like these cars are a little bit loose going down into turn number 1. Shelton, another go home car. The 43 comes into this race 37th in the owner's points. See what the lap time can be for the Cheerios Dodge. 15.95. Decent lap. Currently the fastest of the go homers. Cosmic Nova with the interesting story last week of how he didn't even make a time and therefore was a DNQ. Good news this week, the 99 moved into the top 30 in owner's points, meaning that we will take the top 12 of the go home cars in this session. As you see, the target Dodge for the 41 car. Henry Powers, one of the chasers coming into this race in the top 9. Into the wall goes the 90. So it's a big time issue. We'll have to see if they can beat that car out a little bit here. Henry Sanford in the 31 car comes into this race 10th in the owner's points after a bad showing at Thornton. Oh, whoa! And we got people everywhere. Jay Stella and Tristan Wilhoit were in the wall. Wilhoit with the Air Force car is a go home car this week in the 21. They'll have to make it in on speed. So too will Jay Stella. Glad we were able to fish out the car because he went to the Bermuda Triangle last week. Currently third quickest, as Wilhoit is the quickest car. Okay, clearly we've got a wreck. And it's Will Lewis, Mary Shelley, and Ben Neuwirth. Two of the chasers and one of the chasers that has been eliminated. Well, that's a backup for the 6 and going to be a backup for the... I can't find them now. I was going to say for the 38. Well, wow. So Will Lewis, the AAA Ford, go home car this week, 31st in the owner's points. So if they can make it, well, they're going to have to get out there and set a new lap time because 22-23 is not going to make this race. That is for sure. So we'll have to see what they can do there. Dylan Young coming into the pit lane, 15th quickest right now for him, as they'll go behind the wall and try and fix the car now. Dylan Young, 4th in the owner's points coming in, so right now their goal is going to be advanced to the round of 8 in the 8 car, as Troy Kane goes to the top of the board now. Jeff James on pit lane, currently 23rd quickest, will race. They are 23rd in the owner's points for the Aaron's Ford. Oh, we somewhat talked about Jay Stella. 8th quickest right now at a 15.68. Remember, we'll take the top 12 of the go home cars, as there's the Principal Financial Group Chevy. And they have to make it in on speed. They are below 48th in the owner's points. Preston Plord, currently 21st on the speed charts. They will race, though. As you see, they are borrowing Max Neuer's pit stall for this. Or at least one of the... They have 2 pit stalls that look like the Max Neuwirth crew, so, yeah. Kyle Matthews is currently 10th quickest, the 09 car. There he is. They only have the one scheme, so, I mean, it makes it pretty obvious which one they are anyway. The 09 will race 21st in the owner's points in this one, so... Or coming into this week, so that's good. Jake Baskinger is behind the wall right now fixing crash damage. They are 7th quickest right now, 1563. Remember that the bump speed for this will be whoever is the slowest of the Go or Go Homers, because we have 12 Go or Go Home cars in this group, I think. It might be 11 now that McIntyre... Well, no, McIntyre's in Group 2. Never mind. Matthew Marias, the Dodge Dealers Dodge, the number 19 car, currently 22nd quickest with a lap time of 16:06. That will have to come up a little bit as we now get to see what the 18 scheme is. It's the Husqvarna Chevrolet for Jake Bassinger. Marias is below 48th in the owner's points with the 19. The 18 is 40th in the owner's points. Ali Nelson in the 22 car will race. They are 30th in the owner's points with that 22 car. So the pressure is on Ali Nelson as we've had Will Lewis with another issue. He has wrecked another car. That is 2 for the 6 crew. So a 3rd car now for Will Lewis, and they still are not quick enough to be in the race. Well, back to Nelson though. For Nelson, gonna have to get a good run. 30th in the owner's points will race right now, 20th quickest in this group. Jonathan Zorlan, the GMAC Chevy, currently 3rd quickest in this group, of 15:45. So it looks like Zorlan, the regular D&Q guy, as he self-claimed to be last week, might actually make a race. And let's go ahead and watch Zorlan. Oh, never mind. Ashley Brock, well, that's a fitting scheme. Brings out the Sharpie scheme for this week and currently is 5th quickest with that car. The 5th with a lap time of 15:46. Here comes Zorline. And let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty good lap time. Oh, Casella and Wilhoit into the wall. That's the hazard of qualifying here. You really want to get a lap time out early. And they've had another spin, I believe. Somewhere, I don't know. Either way, Ashley Brock, the 26 car, 42nd in the owner's points right now. So we'll have to see if they can make the race. Shelly's in the wall. Eric and Rage, 24th quickest right now. And the 29 car is 6th in the owner's points coming in. I can't tell you where they are at in drivers, so that's unfortunate. As Shelly has hit the pit wall. So the 38 car missed pit lane. And Eric and Rage with a new quick lap, 21st quickest for him. Stephen Pollard III with a rough weekend last week at Thornton, currently 17th quickest in this group. And for Pollard, 9th in the owner's points, also 9th in drivers. That was a very tough weekend where he fell 5 spots and now comes into this one in the bottom 4 to look and having to try and run well to not get eliminated. Mary Shelley has had her issues today, currently 14th quickest, and this is the car that leads the owner's points right now. Car 38 does not lead the driver's points though, so just saying on that. But there you see the Pedigree Ford on pit lane now once again. Let's see how they can do. Matt Dixon currently 27th quickest with a lap time of 16:07. That they'll have to get out there and improve that lap time. Dixon comes into this race 39th in the owner's points with car 40, or at least car 40 comes in this race 39th in owner's points. So as Zorline is coming in again, they'll have to go behind the wall and fix the cosmetic damage. Cosmic Nova currently 13th quickest after not being able to set that lap time last week, so at least they're going to give themselves a shot to make the race. Tom Shelley is currently 18th quickest. The 45 is 11th in the owner's points, so they're going to have a good run to be able to not have something go wrong and be eliminated. Currently, that is the only petty car that is in the chase, so pressure going to be on them on Sunday. Hiroshi Kazuyoshi currently 11th quickest right now in the year 159 car. They will race. They are 28th in owners points right now, and their lap time at 15:60. So, ooh, 3 wide. This ought to be interesting. Stella went to the apron though to avoid that. And so Kazuyoshi just trying to get some laps in and trying to go ahead and get a good starting spot, because I think that might end up mattering. Troy King, currently the quickest guy in town, and just got spun by Kyle Matthews. A little bit of miscommunication, and another spin up here. I couldn't tell who it was. Great. Either way, Troy King now going to have to try and get back to pit lane here, as not really doing a very good job trying to get to pit lane. Now he does. Troy King currently quickest in this session, 8th in the owners points coming in, so they're going to need to get a good run, and a good starting spot will help. Kazuyoshi up to 2nd. We've seen Sam Curtis. He will race. They are 26th in the owners points, the Berry Juice car, and it's a good thing. 29th on the speed charts in this session. They are the slowest car that has taken time here in this session. I can't talk. Talked about Alex Hawkins. There's his car again, 23rd in the speed charts right now. They're going to need to improve that lap time. Axel Casella, currently 16th quickest, just ran his quickest lap of the session, 15:57, and 19th in the owner's points for the 80 car. I know last week I said I didn't quite know where they were. Well, that's where. Amy Shelley coming to behind the wall to go ahead and fix damage. The 89 car is 2nd in the owner's points coming in, so they are going to try and be they're going to try and just survive here and probably make the next round. I think that would be their goal. Talked about Powers, and finally Jim Casella, the Hall of Fame Racing Chevrolet with the Dallas Cowboy colors this week. Currently 13th quickest with a lap time of 15:46. Going to have to try and improve that lap time, I think, or I don't know. They might. We'll see. Clearly I shouldn't have had these guys still at 110 for this. Unfortunately, that locks me into having to do 110 for the next group. Steven, you and I are going to have some fun trying to figure out which of these wrecks are actually warranting a backup car and which ones aren't. As Cosmic Nova, that is definitely a backup car. And Preston Plord, Alex Hawkins with issues. Flying laps are going to count. That is it for qualifying. And that's it. So, Group 1 is in the books. And Troy King is the quickest guy in this session. Slowest is Will Lewis and Matthew Marias there. So, Steven, you might get your wish. That might be a chaser in the, or what would be a technical chaser in the D&Q race, because Will Lewis made the driver's chase. So, you might have gotten your wish there. With that though, Jay Stella, second quickest as a Go-Go homer. Ashley Brock, Jonathan Zorline up there. Tristan Wilhoit, I think all is safe. We'll have to see what the times are from group number 2 and see what lap time is good enough to make the race here at Bristol. Welcome back to group number 2 of what will probably be the most chaotic qualifying session of the year, as we look for cars waiting for someone to go out onto the track. No one? Kyle Collins going to be the brave soul to go ahead and be the first one out there. The Tide Chevrolet, 16th in the owner's points and dead last right now in driver's chase, from what I could tell. So yeah, so Kyle Collins gonna just look to go ahead and get a good run here because they've already been eliminated from driver's chase and the owner's chase. So just kind of riding, just getting some momentum for next year. Ish Taylor, who made the race last weekend on a shot clock cheese type of moment there, will be out on track now. Well, that was, I guess, getting up to speed. Ish Taylor, the 30 car, 45th in the owner's points for car number 30 as they bring the Chip Ganassi racing car this week. As Eric Powers is on track as well, currently third quickest in the early going here. And that's going to be the wall. Toys for Tots Ford on the car this week, as the 88 is 41st in the owner's points coming into Bristol. Dylan Thoreau, the Pittsburgh Paints Chevy, currently second quickest, 1585, and they are 38th in the owner's points coming in with the Menards Chevy. Alex Perkle, who spun out Tom Shelley on lap 1 last week, heading to the track, 22nd in the owner's points for the Bass Pro Shop Chevy, as Ish Taylor has found a wall, and that is big time problems for the 30, as Dylan Thoreau to the top of the board of this session, 1552. Oh, D&Q guys are, the Go Home cars all kind of fighting hard for track position here. As Seth Cole is out there in the 42 car with Bioshock on the car. Dead last in the owner's points coming in, currently 12th quickest. Chris Louvier, third quickest in the Pepsi Chevrolet. They are below 48th in the owner's points. And apparently, because they made the race, Sharp Aqua is sponsoring the 06 this week. Fourth quickest right now for Dylan Casella. And they will have to make it in on speed as Max Newart's in the wall. Brennan Patterson, can he bail around on the front straightaway? Max Newirth, currently 6th quickest in the Aero Exhaust car. Now 7th, as he will go to the pit lane to fix the damage, probably go behind the wall. They are pretty low in owner's points, and wow, okay. Just everything's happening. Momo Akari, 17th quickest right now, and looks like coming back out onto the track right now. 16:49 lap a record, as Chris Louvier to the top of the board of this session. And I think we've had another wreck somewhere. Jeez. This practice session. This was a terrible idea doing this. At least here, 110. That was terrible. Momo Akari, though, will race 24th in the owner's points coming into this one. showed Max Neuwirth. Chris Washer, the only driver's chase guy who does not have to worry about Bristol. They will be in the round of 8 after the win at Thornton, snapping a 52 race winless streak for the driver of car number 5, Chris Washer. Currently 16th on the speed chart, 16:08, the lap record, and that's the wall. They are 14th in the owner's points, so the win didn't do them any good here, in the owner's chase at least, because they were already eliminated, and wow! Charles Jackson, the Dodge dealer's car on the 924th quickest, 15th in the owner's points, so they are eliminated as well, just looking for good runs to the rest of the year. Best they can do is 5th place in the owner's points. And right now they're not looking good to do that, so. Cars in the wall everywhere. Sam Young, the DirecTV Chevy, is a go or go home car this week and currently 17th quickest for Sam Young. They're going to need to probably improve. Well, actually, they will need to improve that because I'm pretty sure 16.1 is not making this race. Sky Commons has the Stanley Tools Aliens car this week for car number 10. And they are 17th in the owner's points. The best of the rest, shall you say, of the cars that didn't actually make the owner's chase. And Sky Commons is around. Kyle Collins takes evasive measures. Currently 4th quickest for Sky Commons in this session. Oh boy, this ought to be interesting. I was going to say it might be interesting because Max Neuwirth, he might try and cut in front of him. Now Commons will go to the pit lane. Kenny Bale, the FedEx Express car, currently 19th quickest. They are a go home car this week as well. Well, yet again, they are below 48th in the owner's points, and they have been the lowest. They are the lowest ranked of the Gibbs cars. Max Neuwirth to the top of the board in this session, 15-14. Mason Neal, the Alltel car, 14th on the speed charts. You see the 2 and the 12 pitted next to each other on pit lane. I wonder if that's by design. Now 15th quickest on the speed charts. They will race 20th in owner's points coming into Bristol. DJ Curtis in the Wiley X14 car, 26th. They will race. They are 27th in the owner's points. Theo Stegall taking another trip out there. They are 3rd in the owner's points. And he got hit by his own teammate into the pit wall. And Ish Taylor flies in. Oh my God. Damn it. I'm sorry. 3rd. Let me try and get back into this. Oh my God. This is just insane. This is the stupidest thing I think I've done. 3rd on the owner's points coming in. 13th on the speed charts. And just, wow. Mason Powers, Subway Ford, 25th on the speed chart. They're going to have to pick that speed up if they want to race. Below 48th in the owner's points. I think the worst of the Roush cars. I may be wrong on that. 55 in the 88 with a tie right now. The tiebreaker would go to the 55 if it came down to starting position there. Brian Patterson, the USG Sheetrock Ford, currently 27th. Now that will improve to 12th, 1561 for Brennan Patterson. They are 35th in the owner's points coming into the race today. Looking for a good run here, as looking to take avoiding action for Mason Neal, who had spun off turn 4. Either way, so Patterson gonna have to try and make it on speed. I don't know. That might be good enough. Zach Kreller, the Home Depot Chevy. 34th in the owner's points. Currently 21st on the speed charts, though. That's going to need to improve. Showed Chris Louvier still second quickest somehow. Steve Pollard is 22nd quickest. We know what his scheme will look like. He is 12th in the owner's points coming in and 12th in driver's points with back-to-back 37th place finishes for the 27, I believe is what it was. He had the same finish at Texas that he did at Thornton, put it that way. So they're going to need to have a spectacular run, and right now qualifying not setting him up for it. Daniel Day will race 19th on the speed charts and 25th in the owner's points coming in. So that's a good sign for them. Going to try and get a better starting spot though, because I think if 19th is not going to get you a very good starting spot. And wow, that didn't take long. Is Taylor back out there, 8th quickest. Talked about Collins, talked about Seth. William Duncan is in the wall, the low Chevy, 17th quickest in this session. And they are below 48th in the owner's points with this car, so. Charles Jackson up to 2nd. Gene Sanford currently 11th quickest right now with that 15:56 lap. Sam Young up to 6th. A great lap time to try and get themselves into the race. Robert Pollard, 21st, 15:72. They are 33rd in the owner's points right now. I'm just looking, well, never mind. I was going to say they might be the highest in points to not qualify, but I think Will Lewis has been eliminated because they were slowest in that Group 1. Ash Curtis, I saw as one of the more normal Furniture Row cars. They are 23rd on the speed charts. Maybe looks like they took behind the wall to try and find some more speed because they just ran their quickest lap of the session of 15:78. 48th in the owner's points for the 78 car. And Levi McIntyre also behind the wall, currently 4th quickest. And this car is, I think he's 2nd in points coming in. The car itself is 29th in the owner's points though, but they will race. Oh, that's a mess of cars. That's a mess of cars. And Mason Powers. Chris Washer to a backup car now. Steve Pollard to a backup car. Well, Louvier just got dumped. That's a lot of damage. And that is it for qualifying. A very, very hectic qualifying, in which now I have a lot of work to do to figure out who isn't going to a backup car. With that, I have no clue who's in the race, who's out. I'm being honest when I say that. I don't even know who the pole sitter is. Like to thank you for watching. If you somehow managed to make it through that, unless your name is Stephen Poe III, because you have to watch through it to go ahead and get all the schemes. Oh, yeah. Sorry to throw you under the bus like that. Either way, like I said, thank you for watching. Starting grid is up after this, and I'll see you next time. 3 different tracks for all 3 series this week as we determine the top 8, or the final 8, I should say.